Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucker. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Orale. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucker's back at it. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Yes, indubitably, and as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, let's get straight to it, man. Breaking news. So I was able to facilitate a conversation the other night, man, and really get in depth to what's going on with this integration with these non-designated yards and hear it from the perspective of vatos that are actually living it. Vatos that are actually on the 184 yards out there in Lancaster, Donovan, Kern Valley. So it's good. I chopped it up with some individuals. And in a menudo style and direct fashion, they told me a lot of the intricacies and the details of what's exactly going on right now in California Department of Corrections, how they're feeling. Are they prepared for guerra? Are they ready for war? So it's good. They got their little metal ready. So that's good. Heavy metal shit. Check it out. Guns N' Roses. We're about to get into it in a menudo style and direct fashion. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to get very, very, very ugly. So I got to chopping it up with the homies, man. A couple friends of mine that are on the other side. I got friends from both sides, active, non-active. It doesn't matter to me at the end of the day, man. I judge people on the content of their character, not where they're at. It doesn't matter in life, man, because I know people get put in bad situations. So it's good. Everything ain't what it's always cracked up to be. There's some crazy and some good gente everywhere. Don't judge a book by its cover, because I'm scared. Sauce! They can fuck around and slap that book on your fingers one time. So I got to conversating. And we were all on like a little 3-4-way phone call, chopping it up. And I was like, what's going on, bro? Is this shit for reals? Are they really doing this? And one of the homeboys out there in Lancaster told me, yeah, bro, it's as real as it gets. It's as real as it gets that as of the 20th of this month, they got a yard out there. What facility? I can't call it what yard. He didn't exactly tell me the exact yard, but I know that they're clearing this whole yard out. And what they're going to do is they're going to split the tiers. It's a 180 yard. So they're going to have the top tier non-active, the bottom tier active. And when they build numbers, when they eventually even these numbers out, they're going to release them all to the same yard. And so it's good. Let the games begin. Are you not entertained? Right? Definitely people are going to get entertained. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get hurt. What the breaking news is in the situation is that all these different SNY gangs, the 2-5ers, the traditional ones, the Northern Riders, the independent riders, the Zapatistas, whatever group you're from, movement, gang, you consider yourself an enterprise, an organization, whatever it is that they feel that they are pushing and rocking that narrative, they're ceasing all hostilities, just like the main lines. They're actually all coming together as one to prepare for this war that they know is coming. Oh, yes. It's going to be cold this winter. Winter is coming, right? Winter is definitely coming, or summer, however you want to look at it. It's going to get ugly in the California Department of Corrections, and I think everybody's preparing on both sides. Now you say to yourself, man, that's a lot to take in if you're active. Absolutely, because we already know the numbers, the percentage is 70% to 30%. But we know the actives they're keen, man. They got keen minds. They already know exactly what time it is when they get to a place, man, what they're going to do. But at the same time, these non-actives, SNYers, all coming together pose a potential big threat, a very big threat. One, they're looking out for their safety and security as well. Two, they ain't taking no bullshit just like anyone else, and they are willing to go that extra mile. Maybe not all of them. Some of them will roll it up, but for the most part, most of them will go. If they have to, it's either you or me, puto. Guess what? They're coming through. Now, I was told this. I was told that some guys got presented with, hey, you're going to be fucking moving. You're going to be going to this yard. This is the way it's going to be. And they're like, hell no, we won't go, right? They're refusing. There's a lot of J-Cats that have done it. There's been a lot of incidences in the last few weeks when this filter started circulating from the CDC saying that they were going to be moved around, that they will be losing their SNY chrono, that SNYs will become defunct, meaning that there will be no more SNY label. It will either be PC or GP. And a lot of these doctors are like, Charlie Holmes, I'm trying to stay over here and get cantina and visitas and a little whatever they're trying to do. At the end of the day, you're going to do what you're told. And that's just a fact. That's how it is in prison, man. You're going to go wherever they put you. And for the most part, man, people are going to conform to that. But there are going to be some, like these J-Cat stories I'm about to tell you, where they're like, no way. So I guess out there in Donovan, there was an incident the other day where a Vato actually was on the yard. He climbed the basketball court with the ball and refused to go in. He said, hell no, I won't go. There's no way that you guys are going to move me. Of course, eventually, after time, they got his ass down. Get your bitch ass down here, right? They pulled him down from the basketball court, took the ball from him, because obviously they're going to need that for the next game, and threw his ass in the oil. And guess what? He will be the first one put on that yard when the yard opens. And the winner is, you got the golden ticket. Alright, he got the golden ticket. In fact, he got pushed to the head of the line. There you go, head of the class, just like that old school show in the 90s. Bang, bang, thought I forgot. Alright, now what you had is another incident. An incident where a Vato on Lancaster Yard decided that if for no other reason, he was going to run up in the program office and beg and plead not to be thrown onto these yards, man. Please, what this? I got a wife and I got a girlfriend, and I got a girlfriend that has a wife, and I just don't. So the way my bank account works, I put the money from right here to there, and the way, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be front of the line. He's in the oil too, chilling like a villain right now. He will be pressed to the front of the line. It seems like everyone that's acting out and bringing attention to themselves, they will be the one first and foremost pushed to the front of the line to go to these non-designated yards. Now, that's not everyone acting out. These are a very limited few guys that have decided that if for no other reason, Charlie, they ain't trying to go in that, down that dark alley. So that's good, but I don't even know, because that's good. There's some bad shit that happens down there. Oh, there's that bad shit that happens over here too. But at the same time, it's prison, man. Prison is prison. And you know what you signed up for when you got to prison? Oh, you wasn't saying that when you was out there slanging the cigarette cranca. Well, Charlie, ¿por qué? Because the way my bank... Nah, I already know. Nice try. You're going to the front of the line. Now, I talked to a lot of guys. And one of the guys on Kern Valley wasn't even aware that this was going on. He's living in a bubble, man. He's living in a fantasy land. He's on a 184 yard. He was like, bro, I'm a righteous dropout. I don't get involved in the politics of these little frivolous gangs that they got going on. I'm not worried about 2-5ers. I'm not worried about Northern Riders. Like, that's not my mix, bro. I'm just a righteous DO man who decided that for no other reason, I'm a lifer, bro. I'm just trying to go home. I'm hoping laws get passed. I got hope. He said, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of Vatos with hope that are just programming. And another one of the Vatos said, well, it's going to be the non-programmers that they're going to throw over there first. Meaning, they're going to throw all these Vatos that want to be gang members. All these Vatos that decided that they were going to go to the SNY and they were going to join up with these little crews, organizations, gangs. DO gangs is what we call them. These are the first ones that are going to go because they want to be running around talking about we're active riders or we're active this or we're active that. Okay, well, we're going to see if you're active in your function. You know what I mean? They're going to see. Now, it could go a lot of different ways. And we've been speaking on it the last few weeks when it comes to this integration. Vatos can go over there. The actives it's usually based on what the actives want to do. Okay, they're running the program. That's just what it is, man. If they want to go get off, they're going to get off. If they don't, they won't. If they're there and told to sit back, relax, let the rhymes tax and establish for a while until you get the numbers, until you can flip this yard back to a general population righteous yard, remove the mierda, remove the trash, then that's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? And believe Vatos are back there in them shoes and the Oyo's already contemplating the next move to be the best move. But the ball's in a different court in this instant. And I'm going to tell you exactly why it's in a different court. It's in the non-actives court as well. Because the way that the administration looks at it and CDC looks at it, I'm going to give it to you. Sit down here. I'm going to give you some knowledge you can't get. I'm going to put some pain where it ain't. The way that they do it is they're going to take just a handful. Now, of course, over there in Lancaster, like the Vato told me, man, he said they're going to wait till it's half and half about even numbers and then throw Vatos out there. But for the most part, in most places, it's up to the CDC, it's up to the administration how they want to do it. You know what I mean? So I was from the outside looking in, yay. The way I see that they're going to do it is they're going to take a handful at a time and throw these Vatos like fucking fresh deer meat out to the lions and just let it go down. And let me tell you, these non-actives, man, they already know what time it is. They know that these guys come to apply pressure. They know that these guys come to wiggle. So they're going to quickly be on them like a motherfucking pit bull on motherfucking puppy chow. You know what I mean? They're not playing. That's just the way it is. And what do you expect? What do you expect guys that are trying to fucking live another day? Both sides are nervous. Both sides are ready. Both sides are prepared for whatever. And this is a cold situation that's going on right now. You know, a lot of us that are out here living our daily life, we're not tripping. We're like, fuck them about this. They're in prison. They do the crime, do the time, right? But this is different, gente. This is different for those of us that have loved ones. You know, I got a canal that's locked up. You know, I got primos that are incarcerated. All of us got gente. It's different because you don't know what's going on nowadays. Vatos aren't going to know what yards. See, the traditional ways back in the days, it was like, okay, these yards, and these yards are trash. Don't go here. If they send a norteño to a yard, he had 72 hours to get off immediately, man. Handle your business. And for the most part, you wanted to get to these yards, identify some targets, gather some intel information, get off where you're mad at, go to the oil, and then they'll throw you up out of there, right? Most of the time. Sometimes they'll send you back to the yard. You have to repeat. You have to press repeat. And it was what it was. That's part of life. But now they're taking degenerates or people that are non-active and throwing them out there to the active yards. So it's good. Hey, what yard is this? This is motherfucking high desert B yard. What? You know what I mean? I heard that this yard was active and it functions, right? You know what I mean? Fools pulling out, swing it, you know, swing. They're pulling out motherfucking Conan the Barbarian swords on you. So vatos are getting off right off the bus. Okay? And then you have to factor in a lot of different elements. Of course, you have like Fresno Bulldogs, man, that are against everybody. They're against trash, non-actives, and they're against fucking actives. So I was good. Where do they go? Who can they run to? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but at the end of the day, they have to get off that bus and go somewhere. Okay, no? These oils, these holes, these administrative segregation buildings, these shoes will be filled to capacity. I went to the free clinic. It was filled to capacity. Now, how bad can it shank in your ass be? I'm going to tell you exactly how it can be. Ice Cube, right? Sauce. It goes in smooth. Like butter, you know what I mean? Munda Ramos shit, you know what I mean? So I'm scared, you're the bitch, you know what I mean? It's going to be ugly. At the end of the day, man, I say that to say this. Be prepared, gente. Those of you that are incarcerated, that are watching me right now, that are laughing like, this J-Cat don't know shit. So okay, oh, you didn't know? When a pedazo is sticking from one nostril out your forehead, ¿sabes qué? Remember I told you, you know what I mean? And I don't wish this upon nobody, active or non-active. I hope everybody's able to prosper and facilitate their earliest projected release date. I hope everybody's able to get out. But there's going to be a lot of wiggling involved. There's going to be a lot of people falling by the wayside. If you think every motherfucking gangster's just going to go over there and be like, fuck you, Holmes, la primera, islos, right? Nah, it ain't going to go down there. It's not going to go down like that. The administration is like big A. Big administration, controlamos todo. You know what I mean? Fuck you, pinche pibi, chavala. It's going to be like a fucking American Me movie, man. Everybody is against everybody. And at the end of the day, the eye in the sky controls all that. That man with the Mini 14, he got everyone covered. So you're going to have a lot of guys that from the active side that are going to roll it up. They're not going to want that funk. So you got a lot of guys that are skating by. Walk on by. They're over there just chilling, able to get by a few burpees, a few workouts. They're never asked to do anything. There's short timing, man. There's homeboys that are striving. And I'm talking about not just for the Norteños. I'm talking about for the Southsiders, for the Africanos, and for the wood. You got to sprinkle the whites in just for a little bit of flavor. I'm speaking about everybody. Others. There's guys that just are fillers, man. They're going in there just doing time. Like I said, you keep the fucking spotlight off your back and you won't shine as bright. But at the end of the day, you'll get out. Then you'll really shine, right? You'll have that date. For those that are striving, so I was getting most of them are lifers anyway, so they ain't tripping, man. This is their house. This is their time. And they're going to show you exactly what it is. But if you're just in there skating by with a little three-year bid, you know what I mean? A little four years, little 6 years, even to up to 10, anything under 10, man. You already know you got a date. Anything over 10, so I'm scared. Fuck it. Fuck it, os la primera. These are the guys that need to skate by, but these are the guys that are going to be like, nah, homie. They're going to be like, hey, we're going to take you guys, we're going to throw you over here with like 20 fucking Zapatistas and Northern Riders that are all lifers, and they have knives. But don't worry, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just go over there and program with them. Fuck that, right? Vatos are going to be like, Charlie, man, I ain't trying to go that route. And then, of course, you're going to have S&Yers that are thrown on the main line that are going to run for their lives. They're going to be like, fuck this. They're going to drop out again for the third time. That's just how it is on some Savage Studio Street. You know what I mean? Fuck the tiger, drop out, cut, right? They're gonna drop out from this, drop out from that, until eventually they're able to facilitate a gang that will accept them for what they think they are. Bang bang, straight up. And I'm not motherfucking disrespecting. I'm just keeping it real. You know, that's just how it is. You know, anybody who decides to join a dropout gang or who decides to do that, man, is different, man. He has a different mentality. You know what I mean? Stop it, bro. It ain't that serious. That's how I feel. It just ain't that serious. I have no disrespect or anything towards these guys, but at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know. I can't identify with that. That's just always been me. But it is what it is. I guess some people still think they're cool. They want to be gang members. They want to be gang members, man. And they're going to find out that right there, wanting to be, has got them on a real yard where you're going to want to run. You know, do whatever it is you got to do. Anyway, so I was talking with these individuals, like I said, and this Vato in Kern Valley was like, he was living in a bubble. I guess they just got this information, this memorandum that's being passed around through California Department of Corrections. And that's the way the administration do it. They're sliding it under the door. Hey, so let's get peep this out. Fools are like, what do you mean I'm going to be moving? Oh, you're going to be moving. Trip out. I don't want to call you bitch. I don't want to disrespect you. But bitch, you're going to be moving. They're like, fuck, this shit is real. And my boy, you know what I mean? I've talked to him, man. He's good handy. You know, he's been doing all day. He just wants to get out, man. Like I said, he got a lot of hope. He's been programming, doing everything that he needs to take the necessary steps to go before the board, man, to show that he's a programming individual. He was shook. He was like, fuck, bro. It seems like everything I've done, he said, if I'd have known that shit, I'd have never dropped out. Shit, I'd have stayed with the business. I said, yeah, well, you know what I mean? You see how it works out. Because how are they doing it to us? I want to know what love is. I want them to show me. I said, they're going to show you, puto. They're going to show you. Oh, yeah, they're going to show you a whole lot of things that you never thought you'd see before. He was like, well, I'm going to order me a typewriter right now. Fuck the bullshit. I need me some metal. And that's just what it comes down to. Everyone is preparing for guerra. A lot of people are getting strapped up. They're like, man, they're going to throw us there regardless we want to go or not. We might as well get a little something to take with us. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you better get you a whole lot of something because there's guys out there that are coming through like motherfucking, you know what I mean? Katana swords. And that's just the way it is. How this is all going to play out. I have a strategy. I told them my strategy. I got at them. I said, man, you guys got to get together, man. Maybe not necessarily sit downs. Because, you know, I brought up the thing. I was like, man, why don't you guys all do a sit down, man? Shoot a wheeler. Get at that motherfucker traveling all throughout CDC. Everybody, active, non-active, does a sit down. And of course, I forgot the non-active, the actives cannot do sit downs. Unless, you know what I mean, they're on their yard. They cannot refuse line movements. They have to function like that. But they can do, what do you call it? What are those strikes? You know, they don't have to eat and shit. You know what I mean? Hunger strikes. You do a hunger strike. Obviously, that shit worked and was able to facilitate the end of hostilities and get people out from the oil. And that's what this is all about, man. This is just the CDC administration taking that personal that they got beat in a lawsuit against some high-ranking individuals that were slammed in the shoe for several decades, and they feel played, man, and now they're going to play with everyone else. They're tired of all this drama. They're tired of all these prison murders. They're tired of people preying on the weak in these SNY yards, these SNY gangs. They're tired of actives out there getting paper. They're just tired, and you know what they say? You know what? Fuck it. Reset. Bang, bang. Let's put them all out there. Let them kill each other. We'll deal with the aftermath. Okay, so you get the hoses ready. Get the hoses ready. We'll spray out the blood and bring more out here. And that's just the way it is. You got to understand, as gente, when you're incarcerated, we're looked at as numbers. We're looked at as dollars. We're looked at as paper. We're not looked at as people. You know, it's up to us to be able to let people know that we are people. We do. I have feelings, vato. So let's get emotions, right? You know what I mean? And this ain't a Mariah Carey song. Now trip out. Anyways, with that being, read between the lines. Those that understood that. Anyways, with that being said, man, all I can say is I'm gonna bring you news as I get it. That was some breaking news. Yes, all SNY gangs have come together, at least on the 4 yards, and they are ready for guerra. So a heads up for everyone that's involved. There you go, right there, man. Motherfuckers ain't playing. With that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about your family, man. It's all about securing oneself. I hope that no one's incarcerated upon this time, man. If you're facing some charges, go on the run, vato, because, and I ain't promoting no bad shit, but go on the run until all this shit pans out. Because if you get locked up right now, so it's more than likely you're gonna get put on frontline status. It just is what it is. Anyways, please hit that like and subscribe. There's a notification bell. If you tap that, lick that, stick that one time, man, you'll be fucking with your boy. You'll get notified of all the new spills. I bring some daily right here on Gunners Collective, as well as Gunners Profiles. You know what it is. If you don't like me, if you think I'm a J-Cat, if you think I'm talking frivolous talk, that's fine and dandy. Gracias for the view. I will say that. And you can hit that thumbs down, heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and do what I do right here on Gunners Collective, where we bring you the really real, man, because we really will. Yes, we really will. Bang, bang. the gun. You already know what it is.